It's Wednesday, and that means something. I just can't remember what. Something about wrestling. Oh, yeah, Dynamite. Dynamite is on tonight, guys. What's going on? Welcome to your AEW Dynamite live reaction for February 16th, 2022. Probably an interesting show tonight. Stacked fucking card. TNT title match headlining this thing with two of the pillars going at it, Sammy and Darby, along with Jericho and Hager against Proud and Powerful. I think we got a ladder match qualifier on the show, women's match, no DQ or no holds barred or something like that between Mercedes Martinez and Thunder Rosa. Should be a good show, of course. I'm sure throughout the course of the night here, we will be discussing the Cody stuff. As you know, Cody has departed AEW, and word is that he is headed back to WWE. If you want my thoughts on Cody Rhodes and his defection, I did a big video yesterday, so that's up on the channel right now. You can check it out. I even uploaded it in podcast form up on the website, so it's a full-on episode talking all about Cody Rhodes and Stone Cold Steve Austin probably getting back in the ring at this year's WrestleMania. So if you want to hear all that stuff, it's on my channel right now. Tonight is a watch-along. It should be fun. Dynamite, as usual, appears to be stacked because unlike that other company, they actually plan their matches out in advance, which is kind of nice and allows you to, maybe build up, individual unique shows week by week, which we don't get a whole lot of that on Mondays and Fridays. So it's nice that they kind of do it this way because it's different. So hopefully tonight will be good. Might be hard to top last week. Last week was a fucking bonkers episode. So I don't think they're going to do any better than that, but I still think tonight looks real good. So hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Thanks for being here. I'll say hello to everybody in the chat as Big Bang Theory wraps up and Dynamite starts. But Jay Lando, Justin, Rodrigo, Chris, WWE fan, Andy, Austin, Cody, Chaz, Monique, John, K-Dog's Kennel. Thank you so much for the get well soon tweet earlier this week. Absolutely, my man. Anytime I see anything like that, I'll be always tweet well wishes to you. Hope you are feeling better. William is here, Janine, Alex, Deshaun, Rafe, right on. Little handful in here. Nashville, huh? Oh, and Punk's in the ring. Oh, he's got a Burberry shirt that says mid. No, he doesn't. That's fantastic. Big Punk chance in Nashville. I heard they have good chicken there. It might be a pipe bomb, the way he's sitting. Drug-free, alcohol-free. Cheers. That's what he used to say.
Those words I spoke for the first time over 20 years ago, and they became the foundation of my career.
What's he got in the box?
And I can sit here in Nashville, Tennessee, and feel pride.
Oh, man. Hope you feel better, man, Kevin. I've never had like a broken foot or leg or any fracture like that. So being limited in my mobility would be real tough for me. So wish you the best, man. You'll recover, though. That sounds like it's all recoverable.
Some of them became wrestlers because of me. Some of them became straight edge because of me. Hell, some of them sing like I do. And then there's MJF.
And then there's MJF. Yeah, some of them do sit like him. Doesn't Malachi Black does that? There's a lot of straight edge people in wrestling.
To walk like me, to talk like me, he could never.
Michael Kuma, what's in the box? Probably a man.
But when he beat me in my hometown,
Nice, Chris. Backlash tickets for Providence, Rhode Island. It's WWE's backyard there. Providence, Hartford.
but to tell you the truth, Max, I'm proud of you.
We talked about Max yesterday on the podcast. When his contract's up, he's going to get paid
To retain the knowledge of the lessons that you
because he's going to be offered deals by two companies.
well, Jacob Friedman fancies himself Piper in Portland
Piper in Portland. Nobody's Portland.
and Punk in Chicago, when in reality he's just shitty little Max from shitty little Long Island.
Shitty little Max from shitty little Long Island.
The foundation of Max's career has been a ring that he has used to beat opponent after opponent, and it's a
Is this where he's going to announce the stip right here, I guess? Because he's supposed to tonight.
Is this because of last week? Shout out to John Moxley. Thanks for the assist. I now get to pick the time, the place, the date, and the match.
Time, place, date, and match. That's nice.
Little Max.
Punk should just pick it right now. Inside of a cage with his with MJF's limbs tied to the bars. There you go. That's what I'd do.
The date is March 6th.
Okay, it is going to be Revolution.
Pay-per-view is called Revolution.
Not surprising. What's the stip? Give us something good.
Which leaves us with the match.
Or the match.
I started to think about some of my toughest matches. And I thought the situation that I'm in, maybe
Hell in the Cell.
you put me in a cage.
With a top on it. So nobody can get in.
Let's be honest. I've seen Wardlow. I'm sure he can climb a cage. And Max can still run. Max can still climb out of a cage and run from the lessons that he so desperately needs to be taught. Piper in Portland. So I go back into the vault and I think of these matches that I've had with legends, matches that were hard.
Oh, is he going to do dog collar match, you think? They've already done one of those, I think, in AEW, didn't they? Didn't they do one with Brody?
And losing got me thinking of what are the toughest matches I've ever lost. And the ironic thing about losing a tough match is that's when you learn. Those are the lessons that I really retain.
Did he? I'm trying to think of what big matches he's lost. Like any big ones in Ring of Honor. Did he lose a dog collar
Matches in my career,
in Ring of Honor?
literally
Did him and Joe have one or something?
myself in the ring.
And that's what's in the box, you think? A dog collar?
And I think Piper in Portland. Max, you want to be tethered to
Mm-hmm. Tethered to Piper in Portland. Why don't you be tethered to me?
have to be tethered to me. And 2 days removed
Called that line.
from our holiday, Valentine's Day, I'm left without a Valentine, and it's very poetic that I get to ask you the question, Max. Question, Max.
Oh,
Maxwell Jacob Friedman, will you
yeah, there it is.
be my Valentine?
Be my Valentine. Oh, I get it. Be my Valentine. Be my Greg Valentine.
Right now, pissing his pants because nobody wants to be in a
I like it. It's good stuff. Yeah, I see the winner is you sign.
They take years off your life. I promise you they take years off your career, but that's the goal. That's the lesson you need to be taught, Max. So I'm going to ask you to come out here right now because there's one more thing I need to tell you, and I want to look you directly in your eyes when I say it.
That's cool. Dog collar match at Revolution. Be my Valentine. Great shit. Great shit. Here he comes.
Dog collar may be the single most dangerous match you will ever get involved in.
Yeah, I kind of had that picked out as soon as he mentioned Piper twice, and he's got to pick a stipulation, and there's something in the box. I put one, and one together. And then as soon as he said Valentine, oh my God, so cool. I like it because that Brody match, from what I read, it was Brody and Cody, right? Did the dog collar? That was great. So I'm totally down with doing another one.
This picture.
He's got the picture. I love it. It's all distressed too, like it's actually old.
You see it, Max? I'm sure you remember it well. Possibly the greatest day in your life, and to me, it was Friday.
For his greatest day of your life, but for me it was Friday.
Florida Revolution pay-per-view.
I love it.
It's gonna be the worst day of your life, and
Some long-term storytelling right there.
Sunday. The price you paid to see me on this day pales in comparison to the price you will pay on March 6th. The canvas I sit on's not going to be stained with your shitty spray tan. It's going to be stained with your blood.
Could you imagine if MJF beats him again? Can't imagine it, but it could happen. I'll get to comments and super chats in just a second. I just want to catch the end of this. There he leaves. He's gone. Oh. I like it.
We have an absolutely loaded AEW Dynamite for you here tonight. The face of the revolution, qualifying match, Mr. Mayhem Wardlow takes on Platinum Max Caster of the Acclaim. The Inner Circle and Clubs, Tag Team match, Jericho and Hager, Santana and Ortiz. See if I can see this done as qualification matchup. Mercedes Martinez takes on.
That's going to be great. No disqualification. Did it say no disqualifications? I guess that's accurate. That's got to be Maine, right? Darby and Sammy. Oh, good. Danielson and Moriarty's up first. Like it. Like it.
Do you guys want to see us fight? For a long time, I wanted to see us fight too, because you were different. That's when I realized that Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson shouldn't be fighting. We should be fighting together. I want you to think about the greatness that we
Yeah, they're replaying this Danielson proposal here. I like it.
that you want to lead. Show me how much violence you've got inside you. Bryan Danielson made a very compelling offer to Jon Moxley, but coming up next, he will have to continue.
Nice. All right, commercial break. Now I can get to some of these comments and chats and stuff. There's one I just saw I wanted to hit right away.
The official sponsor of AEW Dynamite.
Forgot where it is now.
So, I called back. Same State Farm agent.
Chris, I got to hit you with your super chat.
Same guy.
There we go. I didn't miss any before you. Thank you, dude, for that $5 and welcome. Thanks for being here. Hey, Greg, I know you talked about Cody already, but do you think he may be making these moves because he knows it'll keep him relevant and get people talking? Well, yeah, I think a lot of that's part of it. I mean, there's been all sorts of chatter today from various people, Wade Keller and Meltzer and all sorts of guys about, what led to the decision. And apparently loss of booking power was one of them. And maybe, what his role was backstage. Maybe his role was diminished in the company a bit now that it's growing so quick. And he just felt that, a jump to WWE would create a lot more headlines than staying put, especially if he's getting promises from Vince McMahon and things like that, like the reports are saying about him being treated as a big deal. And Vince McMahon loves Dusty. I mean, that's he claims to anyway. And they like the Dusty Rhodes name. I think they would like to have Cody there to really really immortalize the Rhodes family and Dusty especially. It's hard for them to, talk about Dusty a lot when his sons are working for the competition. So I think his name has a lot to do with it too, with Dusty's history and how far back he goes. I mean, Dusty is my very first memory ever of professional wrestling, and he was wrestling the WWE champion, Superstar Billy Graham. So I think Vince appreciates the name, and if he's gotten assurances from Vince and the top of the the WWE brass there that he's going to be treated like a big deal, I don't blame him. You got to go, and plus, money. Word is he was getting like $3 million a year from AEW. That's fucking crazy. So does that mean WWE's paying him more than that? So if you're going to pay a guy more than $3 million a year, you kind of have to treat him like a big deal. Otherwise, you ain't going to get your money's worth out of him. So, yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. Chris Miner, thank you for the $5. Will you be in attendance for that dog collar match? First one I'll ever see live. Do you remember the most unique stipulation you've ever seen live? Yes, I do. The most unique stipulation I've ever seen live is the Kennel from Hell. I was there to see the Blue Bar Cage inside of the Hell in the Cell, and that was the last time the Blue Bar Cage has ever been seen on WWE TV. But no, I will not be at Revolution. Hope to be at Double or Nothing, though, or at least I plan to be. But that's going to be fun for you to see live, Chris. That's awesome. I have never seen a dog collar match live. I might have seen a strap match. I'm not sure, but not a dog collar match. Happy 30th birthday, Chris. Yesterday, man. Right, yesterday was my sister's birthday. You two share a birthday. She turned 36. Right on. Shooter McGavin, you share a birthday with him? That's cool. All right, tag champs are here. I love a good three-way, he says. I bet you do, Jungle Boy. Austin, watching your Minnesota Timberwolves play, but also watching me. Thanks for being here. Big Flip Saunders fan. Rest in peace. He came over and coached my Pistons for a little while. So I got love for Minnesota. Plus, their original team is here in L.A. So, and I had family who lived in Minneapolis. I've been to Minnesota a bunch of times. Too cold for me to live there, though. My grandmother's sister, my aunt, she lived like in some rural town in Minnesota, like right next to some railroad tracks. Big old broken down house. Kind of resembled the Hart house a little bit. Just huge and busted looking. Broken down trucks in the fucking driveway and a big ass garage and dirt and gravel all over the place. And they were right next to the train tracks. And we'd go up there and stay and, hang out in the yard. It was very, very country feeling, but it was fond memories for me. It was in the summer, of course. All right, here comes... Oh, Brian's got... I didn't realize Danielson has lyrics in his music. Is that new? I don't hate Danielson's music at all in AEW. Did I see your last comment on here? No. It's hard for me to see everything. Is Roman losing to Goldberg? No, he's not. He better not. All right, here we go. Moriarty and Danielson should be fun. I put it on Twitter last night, too. It cracked me up that it took me this long to think of it or for it to dawn on me or occur to me that if Austin is getting back in the ring, technically, and I do mean technically, one of the biggest dream matches we've ever wanted as fans could technically happen if WWE wanted it to. And that's between the two guys that look just like my ass. So I don't think that match would be good. I think it would be a mess. I think it would be every bit as bad, if not worse, than Goldberg and Taker in Saudi Arabia. But it would look fucking great on the marquee, wouldn't it? Austin versus Goldberg. You never know. But I think Owens will give Austin a much better match. And if you want Austin to stun somebody, beat him, and have a nice nostalgia victory, Owens is the opponent for him. But we never got Sting and Taker. It's amazing we never got Sting and Taker or Goldberg and Austin. And technically there was a window there where you could have done it if you wanted to. But I think saner heads prevail in that, and they probably know it wouldn't come off great on TV. I saw Clarissa. Who was that? Melissa Jan Hart or whatever the fuck. Never watched that stupid show she was on. One of my friends... he was a grade below me in high school, and his class trip, they went down to, like, Florida to Universal Studios or whatever the fuck. And they went to one of those tapings of whatever that show was on Nickelodeon or whatever, and he said that she was acting like a huge bitch, yelling at people and stuff. And that's the only memory I ever know about Kelly, the teenage woman or whatever. I like this little venue they're in. Where was... No, that was Florida. The arena kind of resembles the little-ass arena they were in for In Your House, It's Time, but I'm pretty sure that was like Florida, not Nashville. But it's kind of similar. It's a small-ass little place like that, but I like it. It's more intimate. Yeah, was it the Clarissa the Teenage Witch or something? I never watched any of that shit. It was not for me. Man, Bridgeport, can y'all get any further away from me? San Diego is nice. Why don't y'all come out here? The fuck? We got lots of little arenas here they could use, man. Yeah, so I wasn't imagining that, right, Sonny? There was some, that is a little new twist and a little spice up of Danielson's music. I like it. Selena the Teenage Ninja Turtle. That's what it was. Yes. Then Sabrina changes it all. What is it? Clarissa explains it all? Carissa explains it all? I don't know. Oh. She was a generation after me. I was Punky Brewster and shit like that. I was already in high school or out of high school by the time her shit came around. I just love all these people. Like, you guys can probably know better than me in your head. Name all the people like this he's faced so far. Like, he's faced Daniel Garcia, just like undercard guys, just random dudes that not only Danielson, but also Punk has worked with. And I know for Danielson, this has got to be like his fourth or fifth unique match. Didn't he work with a Young Buck? Did he work with Jungle Boy maybe? I know he worked with Garcia. He's working with Moriarty here. Who am I missing? It seems like he's had at least half dozen of these opponents, which is fucking great. Because with a guy like Danielson, Punk, you got to find a balance of your use for them. Not only do you want to use them for the star power that they have, but you also need them there to help you build this company and potentially make some of these new stars that all the haters claim they aren't making, when I kind of think it's the opposite. I think they've got plenty of, for a company as young as it is, they got a great balance of established names and now established names from everything they've done in AEW. Think about Darby and Sammy, just those two alone, what they've done for themselves. They're huge pieces of the puzzle. So if you're fucking 21, don't be telling me how a wrestling company should be doing shit. You don't have the right. West Palm Beach, thank you for that. Yeah, it was definitely in Florida. It kind of had the same. It was like kind of one level like that on the bottom, and it just looked the same to me. Oh, Keith Lee and Brian, yikes. Yes, I do. I actually had never heard of Zoe 101 until I got a request to do a review. Barry had paid to do a review on that, and so I did. It was a wrestling episode, and I just associated that kid with Brock Lesnar, and that was another show that I had not even heard of, but it was one of my more engaging videos in terms of like the comments. I couldn't believe how young some of you are. Everybody down there was like, I used to watch that show when I was a kid. I'm like, I was fucking 28 when the show was on. So it just cracked me up, but how many people were aware of it, knew it, and liked the review and had a good time watching it. So, but it was the worst 22 minutes of my life. It was the worst fucking show I've ever seen. I don't know how anybody can watch that shit, but even if you are young, I think if I was 12 watching that, I'd be like, this is stupid. I got to stop watching it. But that's just me. It was funny, though. That's the one Britney Spears' sister, right? They look exactly alike, or at least they did back then. What's up, CJ4? You're watching you and me instead of the show. Awesome. I'll do my best to give you some play-by-plays. Pitcher in pitcher right now. Jameson commercial. And Danielson working over Moriarty. Oh, now it's a Pizza Hut commercial with Daryl from The Office. You can't handle my midriff. He was they filmed Eastbound and Down, like the first season of that, in the town I used to live in, and they filmed a scene right across the street from my apartment one time at a car dealership, and they had to shut down the road and everything, and he was in there, and he took like a fastball to the face and knocked his eye out. Will Ferrell was there. And they filmed it at the dealership right next to the dealership where I bought my car. They filmed it at a BMW dealership. I did not buy a BMW, but it was next door. No, I never watched Boy Meets World either. It was one of those shows I just didn't like. I think that was an ABC show. That one and the Step by Step, never watched those, never liked them. Didn't even really totally love Family Matters either. But Boy Meets World was a was another one that I just never watched and didn't care to watch. But I remember the Vader episode, but I never saw it. Thanks, Rafe. Yeah, I was doing my getting ready for the stream here, and I'm like, oh shit, I still have Cody on my overlay. I did not have time to change it. It was like 10 minutes before I was going live, so I just threw a WWE logo on his face. Best I could do. I'll change it next week. We'll have a little different look to us next week. We'll get Cody out of here. Didn't watch much of The Simpsons, but did watch a little Family Guy. Oh my God, what are they doing? I think me and Elizabeth are going to try that later. Man, God, he just grinds him, doesn't he? Jesus Christ. Look at Moriarty fighting back, laying in the forearms. Fans in the second row into this. Yeah, this is kind of similar to Danielson and Garcia. Or was it Punk that wrestled Garcia? I thought it was Danielson. Man, this is awesome, Chance. And this is what I don't understand, why fans like have an issue with this. Can you imagine how cool this is for Lee Moriarty? And I've said this a bunch of times, like if him or Garcia or anybody else that's worked with a Punk or Jericho or Danielson goes on to have some huge Hall of Fame career, they are going to credit a lot of what they became to these early learning and growing experiences with these opponents that went out of their way to help him. And for the fans to think that there is something wrong with this is an unbelievable warped way to think. And I couldn't imagine putting my dislike or love of one wrestling company above common sense. I don't think fans understand that there's more than one way to do professional wrestling, and you don't have. They've been so programmed to think one specific way because there's been a monopoly for the last 2 decades. I'm like, you can go against the grain. You can color outside the lines. That can be fun. And I think AEW does a good job of doing that. That was a right hand and a half. Jesus. That hurt me. Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed. Oh, here we go. Now they're trading blows. He's got Bryan back. Oh, big rolling. He's got him. Ooh. Hope Danielson didn't take an ankle out there. Nope, he's good. Oh, yikes. Oh, man, my stream is... Don't stall on me now. Okay, that must have been a counter by Moriarty because I didn't catch what happened on that one. No, I do not watch the Ellen DeGeneres show. What is with these fucking questions? Mike... Thank you for that 5, dude. I really hope Austin and Owens wrestle at WrestleMania. I would like to watch that. I would like to watch that, too. I think that would be great. It would be a thrill for Owens. He'd put Austin over. He'd get to have a victory in front of a Texas crowd. One more last time. Why not? I'm one of the few people that are for it. I don't think it's a question of Austin's physical ability. I think he can wrestle a simple match. I think he's always been able to wrestle a simple match. But I think it's just been about the right opponent at the right time. And Punk and Hogan just weren't either. But Owens, Yeah, Alex, I agree with you completely. And that's my point. You get the smart asses that don't know what the fuck they're talking about that are probably on Twitter right now as I speak saying that Danielson's giving them too much. It's like the people that got mad because Roman kicked out too many times at WrestleMania. I'm like, fuck off. God. I'm like, go to wrestling school, keep yourself and be a wrestler for 10 or 15 years, then you can criticize. Otherwise, fuck off. Ugh, stomp. Those are so gnarly, those stomps. He does them so good. I liked it. I like it better than the Garvin stomp. I never even really cared much for the Garvin stomp. I like these. Look like they hurt like shit. And he flexes. Yes. Ring the bell. That's a win right there. Love it. This Danielson's fantastic, is he not? In WWE, he was great as a babyface, and he was surprisingly, to me, phenomenal as a heel. And he's been in AEW and been both here, too, and he's been great at both. I loved it when he transitioned into heel when he started the stuff with Hangman. That was great. And he should be this way. You know, he's a guy that should kind of have that arrogant, smug attitude towards everybody because he was in the big time. He was in WWE. He main evented the last WrestleMania. You know, so he should come in there feeling like he's better than everybody else because he kind of is. Yeah, so he's got some hip-hop vibes to his theme. I like it. Always got the mic. Did he pass? That was an awesome match. He passed. Make a good fight, earn respect, nobody bother. Immortal words of Mr. Miyagi. Oh, he wants Moxley out here to answer his deal. He wants an answer. They want to teach the youngsters. I think within 5 years, AEW really should try to get a power, maybe not like a full-on developmental system like WWE, but at least a power plant training facility type of place. I kind of think they should be doing that now, honestly. But if they wanted to make it more kind of official, and they should do it within the next few years, though. I think wellness policy, things like that should be implemented too. The more they go on, you know. Honestly, it should probably already be implemented. Is that what I saw the Old Yeller, but I didn't read the whole thing. Is that what it says? Bryan Danielson cries at the end of Old Yeller. That's great. He probably does. Well, he's coming out, so we'll see if he's going to actually answer him here or if they're just going to maybe argue. Neither one of these guys, I don't think, has a match at Revolution, correct? Unless they've qualified for some shit. So maybe they argue here, and then Danielson says, what if we have a match, and if I beat you, you have to join me? Do you think they would do that? That seems like a WWE angle to me, but... Martin Can, good to see you, man. Appreciate that super chat. Hey, Greg, just quick super chat to say hi. Hope you're doing well. Love the stream, dude. Love you too, man. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. As always, you are a proud Patreon supporter as well. Always appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. See, I don't know if I really want these guys as a tag team, like going after gold. I think the tag team division is strong enough to where you don't need to put two huge single stars together like WWE does all the time. I'd rather have them just form an alliance and do what Bryan Danielson is proposing. That Old Yeller sign is hilarious. You were late. Tracy Smothers, rest in peace. Tracy Smothers is a lot like Bobby Eaton. Everybody loved him. See, I feel like Moxley, does he want a match with Danielson or what? I mean, with Revolution coming up, you got to think that we're probably more likely to get a match between these two than an alliance right here. So, yeah, he's talking about all the times they've faced, and he's never beat him. So he wants to beat him now.
It's true. So when you showed up in AEW, everyone else was scared. Everyone else was intimidated by the greatest wrestler that ever lived. And I was excited. Finally, I would get a chance to put the one head on my wall. I'm never going to put up there. I would get a chance to slay the one dragon I could never slay.
Okay, Moxley wants to slay this dragon. All right. Okay. All the arms we could snap together. Is that Billy Corgan in the front row? See, the thing is here, if Moxley accepts this, what the fuck do they do at Revolution? Have a tag team match against somebody? Okay. I was wondering if he was going to go there. He's like, you only want to team up with me so you don't have to face me. That's kind of what he's implying. Which might not be entirely true, but it might not be entirely false either. Oh.
So which is it? Does Bryan Danielson want to be my partner because of what we could create? Or because he doesn't want to get destroyed?
Oh. See, now Danielson's going to be like, all right, well, why don't we just get it out of the way then? Why don't we fight at Revolution just so you can, just so I can prove to you that it's not about that. Oh, okay. Did you bleed with Roman first? Maybe you did. All right, Moxley's out of here. So I guess he kind of is asking for motives. Wants to make sure that this is on the up and up, and Bryan is not trying to avoid him in any way. So we've got, let me see, March 6th is Revolution. So, yeah, you got another week here. Next week they can do the deal. This feels like it'll be like Danielson will say, okay, since you think I'm scared of you, I'll prove to you that I'm not. If you want to fight me so bad, see if you can beat me and, get that monkey off your back and put my head on your wall, we'll fight at Revolution. But then after that, no matter who wins, we team up. They could do that. All right, here's a recap of Keith Lee. I know I got some comments to answer here, but it's hard to do that during promos, That Beal that he gave Cassidy was crazy. Kind of like watching this little piece on him. I'm glad that he's got his original kind of facial hair back. Didn't he shave even? He just didn't look himself in WWE. They had him changing everything. This feels like pre-NXT and NXT Keith Lee. All right, Wardlow is coming down. All right, I think this is a Revolution qualifier thing is what we got going on here. So while they're making their entrances, let me say hi to Mike Maxson. Thanks for the 5, man. Did you hear anything about the Owen Hart tournament start date yet? I thought there was one. Yeah, there we go. They got it down here. Date is May 11th, UBS Arena. So yeah, they've got that date set, and I guess the finals are at Double or Nothing. Is that what the plan is? Gives them about 3 weeks to bust out that tournament. Yeah, Wardlow and Keith Lee in the same match at Revolution. Jeez. Now, is he going to have any crazy rhymes? Overrated like Nashville hot chicken. We just got across the street from me, Dave's hot chicken, something Daryl's hot chicken, something like that. Fucking people, it's packed. Every day. I do like Spears' Just Swing It shirt. All right. Well, Wardlow is going. I would not come out and talk beef to Wardlow unless I want to die. And I don't really want to. I don't know. I think they can rap better than Who's the girl on NXT? Like, I have not watched a lick of that. Didn't watch a second of Vengeance Day last night. I'm just done with them completely. And if they think I'm tuning in at a fucking 10 o'clock in the morning to watch a takeover, they can suck a butt. But that girl, I saw those vignettes of her just rapping or say it's terrible. And they say she's good. They say like they feel bad for her because they're putting her in this ridiculous shit. But man, so at least they're better than her. Fucking David Otunga and Russell Wilson, also known as the Acclaimed. Canadians look supernatural in hockey jerseys. Oh, wait, do you mean super as in like Superman or just super as in really? Like, they look really natural in hockey jerseys? Or you mean they look supernatural like a superhero in hockey jerseys? That's what I found out about I found this out in high school about the Smashing Pumpkins, is that it doesn't mean like you're smashing pumpkins. It means like the British slang, smashing means like great, fantastic, wonderful. They're the wonderful pumpkins. And I never knew that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. So maybe that's what you're saying there. Yeah, right. Castrus got him some grapefruits on him, saying that to Wardlow. Yeah, I saw that release about NXT or about TakeOver being like Saturday at 11 a.m. That'll be Texas time, so it'll be 10 a.m. here, maybe even 9 a.m. Too early for me to fucking watch NXT. It's going to be hard enough to do 9 a.m. on Saturday when we have to watch Elimination Chamber. Really natural. Okay, gotcha. Uh-oh, Wardlow took a shot to the stairs there. Yeah, get over there, sign spinner.
Switch to progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says. Makes you live in a van. I'm a free spirit.
I missed, too. I completely missed what Road Dogg said. Did Road Dogg kind of take credit for the John Cena gimmick or something? He's an idiot.
That's a pretty tight spot. Watch this. Of course your dude works itself.
Yeah, did Will Hobbs, did he qualify for this? He did on Friday, or no, he's got a match Friday, right? Qualifier Friday. So yeah, we're going to see all three of them in the same match. That's crazy. And it's a ladder match, right? And I still don't know what the winner gets. Is it just the face of AEW, and now you're the face of AEW, or do you get a title shot or a TNT title shot? I haven't caught that, if there's a stip on that yet, or haven't noticed. Oh, I don't know. Is that the NXT referee who was let go last August, the one in the ring? I don't recognize him. He's not, you're not thinking of Drake Wirtz or whatever, that fucking idiot. But this guy, I don't know. WWE's done a really good job, and I hate to say this, they've done a really good job of making the referees invisible. I hate that they've done that. I miss the days when you would know the names of the referees and you would acknowledge that they were actually human fucking beings. And WWE has gotten to the point where I can watch a whole match 3 times in a row, and when it's over, not be able to tell you who the referee was, or if it was even a man or a woman. I just tune it out. I just don't notice it. Where in AEW, you're starting to get to know the names of these guys, which I like, and gals. But this guy seems new. I don't recognize him. So, yeah, he must be new, or relatively new. Big top rope elbow to Wardlow. Oh, my God, he got a super close near fall on Wardlow. Holy shit. Wow. Stephen Smith. Okay, I did not know his name. Well, good. He looks like he's got a body on him, too. There it is. Dog collar match is set. MJF, Punk, Revolution. That's going to be bloody. That's going to be bloody. I'm going to, it's probably been a bunch of years. I have watched it this decade for sure because I remember talking about it on a podcast, but I'm going to go back and watch Piper and Valentine and try to see if Punk and MJF repeat any spots. Here comes the powerbomb party for Caster. There's one. Jesus, Wardlow. Man. Can you imagine Wardlow against Roman? No. No, Bowens, you're in trouble. Oh, big power bomb. He was in NXT since 2020. Wow. Didn't even know. No, I was just saying that, Rodrigo. I don't know any of the WWE referees. WWE's done a good job of making them not matter, where back in the day they did. I would pay attention to Joey Morella or Dave Hebner or Earl Hebner or Jack Doan or Freddie Sparta or Mike Chioda or Jimmy Corderas, any of those guys. I was always conscious of who the referee is, but not anymore. I've already been brought in. I do like Britt's crew, but it seems like the Martinez thing won't last. Oh, Britt. Didn't even notice. Oh, my God. Kreese. It's Kreese. I saw her shirt. I'm like, she's got a Cobra Kai shirt on, and then Kreese walks in. I love that. Oh, Greg's marking out right now. Finish him, he says. No mercy. That's awesome. Sensei Kreese. Interested to see what happens to him in the next season, because at the end of the last season, he got taken off to jail. So we'll see. I thought he was in jail. Exactly, JCS. That's awesome. So happy to see Kreese. The way of the fist. Yeah, he's when it comes to movies and like a bad guy being a really bad guy, he's one of the best. Like, I fucking hate him. Like, I really do. I hated him in all three of the Karate Kid movies. I fucking hate him in Cobra Kai. I want him to fucking be killed brutally. That's how good he is at being a piece of shit. And I think they're going to try in season 5 to maybe turn him around a little bit, because his origin story is very good. He was very brave, very tough man. He just turned into a cockwad. So, maybe now with him being in jail and Terry Silver turning on him, they're going to attempt to get sympathy for him. But to me, he's too far gone. He's done too much dastardly shit for me to ever care about him. Like the way I feel about The Office right now. I'm currently watching The Office. I'm halfway through season 7. I've never seen The Office before. Gotten all the way up to season 7, halfway through it. I know at the end of the season, Michael leaves, but I hate him so bad. I don't want him to be happy. He cannot be redeemed in my mind. Even if he does something really great, really nice, I'm not going to care. I know his final episode is going to be emotional, but I don't care. I'm happy to see him go. Steve Carell is so good at that character. He has made me hate him. Hate. And even when he has a nice moment or he does something that's kind of right, he's done so much wrong that I cannot... He'll never be babyface to me. He'll always be just a piece of self-centered shit. I hate Michael Scott. Hate him. I think my favorite is Meredith, probably. So she's the best. But yeah. Oh, God, I hate Michael Scott so bad. I can't wait till he's gone from the show and just to watch the final 2 seasons and get it over with. It's one of the best sitcoms I've ever seen. It's very well written, but my God, that character is just too much. If I knew a character or somebody like that in real life, I would beat the shit out of him, like with my bare hands, and go to jail. Like, that's how much I hate him. So, good job, Steve Carell. He's made me hate his guts, which is weird. Yeah, so maybe they could do that at Revolution, Rodrigo. WWE's bringing in Knoxville and stuff, so maybe Britt brings Kreese, and then whoever she faces at Revolution brings Ralph Macchio. Or, no, Johnny Lawrence. Yeah. That's awesome. Actually, Thunder Rosa follows me, so I'm going to tag her in it. All right, we're live. Who's... Oh, good. Paige, that's right. Yeah, I think Thunder Rosa should bring out Johnny Lawrence when she faces Britt Baker. All right, let's see. What does the lower third say tonight on Adam? Anything funny? Become a donor. Oh, that's cool. See? Not even anything funny tonight. Yes, redcrossblood.org. What's up, John? Good to see you. What's up, Dan Price and Janine? I don't know what Sailor Moon is. Oh, Sonny, Kelly is up there with Michael. I fucking hate her. I just hate attention-starved women. They're the worst. But she's good at that. That actress is so great at that role. Ugh. So I like her, but I hate her type of thing. Ah, here we go. Adam and Adam. I'm totally into this Revolution match. We called this a month ago. I called this the day after he lost to Orange Cassidy. I said, he's going to face Paige at Revolution, excuse me, for everybody that said he was buried. I'm like, how in the world can you be undefeated and getting a title shot at a pay-per-view and be buried? Only in wrestling Twitter can that happen. Yeah, Kelly's one of the writers. So is the dude, the other douchey guy that she's with right now. What's his name on the show? Adam? What's his fucking name? Her boyfriend. He's a writer too. Oh, Ryan. There you go. Ryan. Come on, give me this match. Now help me out, people. How many times these guys work together? Outside of this company, obviously. Oh, yeah. Sailor Moon with Sasha's gear. Yeah, I don't know anything about this shit. So if there's any sort of modern cartoon, I promise you I'm not watching it. Because I don't want to. Adam Cole has a dad bod. I always like to look at the body of the person that's holding up the body shaming sign. Motherfucker, look at yourself. He doesn't exactly look like The Rock out there holding that sign up. Oh. About 3 or 17 times. Yeah, that's what I figured too. One or the other. Yeah, where's the Dark Order? Yeah, I want Anna and Silver and Boom Boom and Uno. I miss them. Hey, CJ or C4J during the Royal Rumble, I tweeted. I said, I don't know what Sasha Banks' gear is. It's obviously a play on something, but I like it. And everybody told me, like, oh, it's Sailor Moon, but I'd never even heard of it. But I knew it was a cosplay of something, and it looked great. I just didn't know what it was.
So sure, yeah, I have some regrets, and I've made some mistakes. And the more you talk, the more I'm thinking that getting into the ring with me tonight might be one of your biggest. Hey, come on. Okay, listen, Hangman, I'm just being frank with you, okay? Because I've known you for over 10 years. I've known you for over a decade.
We have the same name. We're both named Adam with one-syllable last names. That's really cool.
But now, Hangman, I'm here. I'm here in AEW. And truth be told, now that I'm here in AEW, or any time we've been in the same promotion together, you've always just been known as
the other Adam. I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say the other Adam. Like, that was a line that was telegraphed. Oh, I'm going to put the title down and beat your ass.
Hey, wait. Stop. Hangman.
What's in his wallet? He's really taking his wallet. Or what's in his pocket? It looks like his wallet's in there.
Look me in the eye.
I'd leave it in the back.
From the bottom of my heart, I have nothing but love, respect, and admiration for you. If I could share the ring with anybody here in AEW, it would be you. That's what I think about you. So trust me when I tell you, someday we are going to fight for that AEW World Championship. And when we do, it'll be man to man. Me and you for that very title. And when that day does come, filled with respect, may the best man win.
May the best man win. All right.
Very uncharacteristic gesture there by Adam Cole, but as he mentioned, these men have
No fisticuffs?
one another. Yeah, so that
No fisticuffs. Okay. Well, Cole appears to have a look like I accomplished what I set out to do. Oh, he's about to get jumped right here. There. Oh, my God. O'Reilly nailed him. O'Reilly and Fish. He's gonna get in on it. I thought maybe he was gonna stop Fish and O'Reilly. Nope. Stomping him. Well, that's good. See, this is smart by heel because this is now going to anger your babyface champion and say, I want to fight you at Revolution. I'll put the title on the line. Anything I need to do. Who's here? Oh, Dark Order. I'm like, I thought they were cheering for the security guys. Finally, Dark Order. Damn. Number 10's going at it. Whoa. There they go. That's hilarious. Still to come, TNT title.
Everybody says that Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin have a death wish. We don't know why we do the things we do. I think it comes from something missing in their life. They're trying to fill this void. The only time that void wasn't really there is when I was TNT champion. Going out there and wrestling is therapy to me. And I know it is for Sammy.
I mean, go back and look at any Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara match. Go back to our time on the Indies. Go back to AEW. It doesn't matter. It's all irrelevant. I beat him. He beat me. None of that matters now. Darby, you've been TNT champion. You are a great champion. But you're not going to be better than me.
So tonight, definitely needs the most. I need this.
Looks good. I'm 2 of the 4 pillars, man. Oh, good. It's time for Inner Circle. Oh, Hager's ready to fight. I didn't catch the opening tonight, but I tweeted Santana this week, and because he had a video up of that shot of him kind of breaking the fourth wall last week and looking at the camera, and I'm like, they need to include that in the Dynamite intro, like in the opening montage. Every movie needs a montage. No, fans are still singing. Oh, I got to turn this down. I don't want YouTube recognizing Judas and getting me all in trouble. All right, I'm going to go grab another beer. You guys just stay right there and watch everything for me. Make sure nobody does anything crazy. All right, here we go. If I was a beer opener, where would I be? There it is. All right, Santana and Ortiz. I'm liking the gear, the paint. I feel like most fans are going to kind of be rooting for them. Yeah, I think Eddie Kingston's possible. I think the other members of LAX, the wrong members, or the right members, excuse me, maybe make an appearance here too, since Jericho kind of mentioned them last week, even by name. Any advice on how to get a girlfriend? Busy downtown intersection, just on the side of the road with a sign and spin it. Maybe wear something sexy like a wife beater and some really, really tight short shorts and just say, I need a woman, and then have the sign and then spin it, and they'll come. It's really all the advice I have. I don't have very good advice other than be yourself, don't smother anyone, and have self-confidence. That's it. But don't be cocky. Just be confident. There's Eddie. We knew we'd see him. Where you been, Eddie? Says Jim Ross. Damn, listen to the Eddie chants. Wow. Happy to see him. Has he really been gone that long? Chris Jericho in WWE to face Bobby Lashley. That's random as hell. That's a match that I'm probably willing to bet money we'll never see. I mean, at least Lashley better hope we don't see it because he's going to get his ass kicked. I'm kidding. Oh, look at him in Jericho's face. I mean, props to Jericho, if he's still there trying to, help facilitate dudes' pushes or runs. I mean, it seems like he's kind of doing a lot here for Santana. It's the best damn promo I've ever heard in my life last week, And he wouldn't have gotten to cut that promo and get those words out had he not been working with Jericho like he's been. So, yeah, this is the first time these guys have really faced ever, because they've been teammates for so long. Ooh, this tag team continuity here. Proud and powerful, pulling out some rockers shit here. Bobby versus Blobby. Jericho, man, I'm telling you, when you are 50, you better hope you look like Jericho. You're probably going to look a lot worse. I mean, Jericho's a guy that's spent many, many years of his life in a gym and stuff. He's always tried to remain in shape. So this is what you look like when you're in shape. So if you're not in any kind of shape and you don't exercise or work out at all, I think it's kind of silly to body shame somebody because they're 51. Take a picture of yourself when you're 51 and compare and contrast. And let's see who looks better. I think Jericho's going to win. Hager, however, looks like a beast, doesn't he? He looks like he's ready to go biking at the Tour de France. I did too. Santana and Ortiz's Impact days were fun. And TNA had its moments, I fucking hated them most of the time, but they certainly had some quality matchups and some quality talent working there. The company itself was just a clusterfuck. I mean, think about it. Does Jericho look any worse at, what is he now, 51, than Flair did at 51? I say no. Flair didn't have no washboard going on. Flair had a lot of looseness to him, around that time. I just think body shaming is kind of weird, especially somebody that's old. I mean, even me. I mean, I couldn't put on weight if I tried. I had the metabolism that if you could sell it, people would pay millions of dollars for. Even when I was in high school, a basketball coach put me on weight gainers. He made me drink this disgusting jug of shit that I had to make a shake out of, and it was supposed to really pack on pounds. I drank the whole damn thing in a matter of weeks and gained 1.5 pounds. I did not gain any weight at all until I got into my 40s, and now I'm the heaviest I've ever been. So, which is still only 170, but that's the way it is when you get older. Your shit just slows down, man. But it took me a long time to finally start getting a little belly on me and stuff, where before I was just a stick, very toned. You could see my abs and everything, but then that shit just goes away as you get older. It's a fact of life. So try to stay in shape best you can, exercise, stretch, yoga, that sort of thing. But shit, you can't stop aging. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, I don't think Jericho looks that bad, in my mind. Think about Jake the Snake Roberts. When he came back to WWE in 1996, he was 41. 10 years younger than Jericho is, and he looked 10 years older than Jericho is. So I think the people that body shame Jericho or Adam Cole, it's just an AEW thing. That's all. They don't like AEW, so this is one of their things they're using as ammunition when it really doesn't make much fucking sense at all, especially when you consider how many great, beloved, wonderful Hall of Fame wrestlers that these people love and admire had no bodies at all. How can you body shame Chris Jericho and then have Mick Foley as your profile pic? That's the level of hypocrisy you see in this type of shit. It's just nitpicking and bitching and shaming for the sake of it. Why? I think you can find better use of your time, I think. Jericho was in there, I think, most of the commercial break. Right on, Ahmed. I'm 23 in the semi-stick phase. Yeah, even when I got in my 20s and I was going out and I was maybe drinking with friends a little more, still was not putting on weight. I was just very lucky. I could eat a gallon of ice cream, lose 5 pounds. That's the way it was, and it went on. It was on and on and on like this, where I even thought something was wrong with me. I'm how can I no matter what I eat, a triple fucking cheeseburger, puree it and drink it, don't gain an ounce. I mean, I'm really hoping that the finish of this is Santana pinning Jericho. Oh, Jesus. I feel like Santana's wrestling a little bit harder here. I feel like this is kind of a showcase for him. Coming out of Dynamite last week, he was one of the names that was talked about the most, and he hasn't had, that's something that's kind of rare for him. So I'm glad that he's trying to take advantage of it. Oh, you just tagged me in something wild? Oh, some John Cena shit. He's going to play the Coyote. Okay, the Wile E. Coyote. All right. Have fun, Cena. This is Jericho's classic bulldog. Santana should have had that shit scouted. You're in his damn faction, man. And mind you, Jericho's 50 rocking leather pants. That ain't easy to do when you're in your 20s. Just ask Ross Geller. Oh. Oh, Santana with a near fall on Jericho. I didn't think that was going to be the finish, but I hope that's the eventual finish. Thank you, Dan Demand. Appreciate that. Man, WWE fan, I'm trying to see all the comments. I don't know if I've seen your last comment. Maybe. Okay, you're 25 and skinny. Just like me. Like I used to be. Oh, and Jericho kicks out again. Fuck. I'm liking Eddie on the outside, cheering them on. I feel like when this match is over, this might be an official new alliance here. I hope it is. Sonny Man, yeah, I used to be Cardio King. Not so much now. Oh, he caught the cannonball into a power... Oh, into the walls of Jericho. Or the Lion Tamer, or whatever he calls it now. Lion Tamer's in. Ooh, did Kingston got taken out? What happened over there? Come on. He's got it. Crowd is into it. Come on, Santana. Jericho's going to do the pull away thing. He's got it. Santana's got the ropes. It's okay. You don't got to be sorry. Ooh. Oh, man. He told Kingston, get up out of here. Yeah, Kingston got up on the apron. That's kind of his own fault. Nice. Yes! Finish that I wanted. Santana pins Jericho. Hell yeah. I'm doing awesome, Resident Evil AMC. Thank you. Oh, glad you're here. Oh, good luck on that, CJ4. C4J. Fit your whole life health nut, then ballooned up. My girlfriend, man, she hikes miles a day. Like, she's done Mount Whitney, which is the tallest mountain in California, like a bunch of times. She goes on multiple mile hikes several times a week. It's crazy. And some of them are upwards of 8-9 miles. All this, well, being a mom and going to work and all that shit. She's incredible shape. Look at Nick's lion suit.
Because the next couple of weeks, they are a huge couple of weeks for the Olympics, right? In 2 nights' time, I'm going to whoop 10's ass all over that ring. And then
10 and Cole on Rampage.
out of Trent Beretta. And next week on Dynamite, one of 2 tag team battle royals they are starting to crown 2 number 1 contenders for those championships. And it's going to be a triple threat tag team championship match at Revolution, boys. Yeah, I think next week sounds like a good time to pick up the W and get our belts back.
They're going to have 2 tag team battle royals next week on Dynamite to determine 2 number 1 contenders. Doesn't number 1 contender mean number 1 contender? It's not number 2 contender. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly had a baby, and now my stream is interrupting again while the Bucks are making fun of him for it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, crowd is good tonight. All right. So it sounds like Fish and O'Reilly might be in the same battle royal. Oh, look at Cole doesn't know where to go. Which way do I go? So it sounds like Fish and O'Reilly and the Bucks might be in the same battle royal. I was kind of thinking they might each win one. Well, good. Hopefully that'll be the end of... I'm happy that Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy won the tag team titles, but I'm not really interested in them having a huge run. Also, because we're doing the stream here and I'm not paying total attention to every little thing tonight. Let me know if you guys see any Cody drops or references or subtle little digs. I don't know, anything like that, anything referencing Cody at all. If they do any of that tonight, let me know in case I missed it. Okay, one next week and one on the pre-show of Revolution. Okay, so they could essentially still both be in it if one of them wins this one and then the losing team hops in the next Battle Royal. Essentially getting 2 chances to do it. Okay, so they just asked why he was missing yet a bit. Yeah, we knew he was off. We thought he might even be out for a little while longer, but I'm glad he's back right away. Congrats to him and his new family. All right. Man, this streaming app I have doesn't play all the commercials. Sometimes it just goes to this commercial break in progress screen, and the fucking song and the music that it plays drives me crazy. Just hang tight 1 second. I don't have my Matt Riddle and RVD picture handy at the moment, which is usually what I put up. Oh, they did? They referenced Cody and Brody's dog collar match. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of like some subtle tease by the Bucks or somebody on commentary or on the mic. But yeah, that Cody and Brody dog collar match, I remember that. And that was great shit. And that was during the pandemic, was it not? So yeah, that was the empty Daly's Place match and everything. It was still very good. You thought his name was Kylo Riley. That's funny. When I was a kid, people used to think Hulk Hogan's name was Hall Kogan. For real. I had like 2 kids that lived next door to me. They kept calling him Hulk Hogan. And I was like, no, it's Hulk Hogan, not Hulk Hogan. But that's what they thought. And we also thought that Brutus Beefcake was his brother, and Bon Jovi had AIDS. that was like the talk of the neighborhood at the time. So crazy. They're weird rumors that get started. Oh, I thought this was Cody for a second. It's not. It's Mercedes. Oh, good. I'm glad you brought a giant tube of saran wrap because I'm all out and I need to cover up my leftovers. Mercedes, if you could hook me up with a little sliver. Look at Kreese in the front row. Martin Cove. And props to him too, man. He's old. He's in his 70s, I think. So I kind of worry about him too, like physically on set and doing the shows and stuff. But they're busting out so many seasons in a row. I feel like Mercedes Martinez is kind of today's Victoria a little bit. She's a little more hardcore. She's a bit scary. She can work this hardcore shit well, and she's a great wrestler. They remind me of each other in terms of like their spots and their reputations on the rosters that they're in their town in their respective time periods. Is this I like this Kill Bill gear from Thunder Rosa. Oh, wow. We got a fencing match here with a sword and cellophane wrap. It's going to be really hard for these two to top what Baker and Rosa did. Mercedes is a mercenary. JR. Mercedes is a mercenary hired by the dentist. We put up a tweet last night that I think if requested, AEW should absolutely allow Jim Ross to call Steve Austin's match if Austin wants him. I see no downside to it. Would be no big deal. Send him to WrestleMania to call one match. What's the big deal? They put Jericho on Broken Skull Sessions. What's the difference? And JR is still featured in all the WWE documentaries and all of the random shows on Peacock. And he's still he's still pretty visible in WWE programming if you're watching random WWE shit. So I don't think it would be that weird, and it might be the closest thing to any forbidden door we're going to get between these two companies. I think Tony Khan at the end of the day would be kind of okay with something like that. He's a huge Austin fan. Oh, I don't think... Was that supposed to happen? Yeah, her back of her head might have hit hard. Check on Mercedes. I guess she's okay. It feels like when Martinez took that bump that the barricade wasn't supposed to give way. Like they detached it, but she fell back hard. Or maybe she forgot it was detached and she was going to take the bump that way. I don't know. Finally saw Kill Bill about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but have not watched part 2 yet. Also watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm trying to knock out all the Tarantinos. Got them all down now. I still haven't seen Django Unchained or whatever, and everybody says that one's great. It's one of the only ones I'm missing. Good look at that thing is wobbly as shit. Did you see that barricade? Careful, girl. Battling in the entranceway, that reminds me, that's reminiscent of Cactus and Triple H at Rumble. Rat in the Kitchen. I'm not watching that. I know. I was telling my buddy at work just the other night that I haven't seen that. He's like, how the fuck have you not seen that? He was like angry about it. He was like, God damn it. Go see that. But my only hesitation is that one of my things about movies that I hate is I don't like period pieces, or I don't like anything set way back in the day. And I don't like fantasy shit like Lord of the Rings where everybody's a hobbit and talks funny. Like, I don't like any of that. And I don't like Westerns. I don't like movies set in the 1700s. I don't like Wyatt Earp or Dances with Wolves or Braveheart. I don't like any of that stuff. None of those movies are appealing to me at all. I want nothing to do with them. So that's one of the reasons why I think I just wasn't interested. I was like, I don't want to watch a cowboy movie. I don't like horses and fucking shitting in the woods and all the stuff we used to do back before humans had electricity and stuff. Like, I just don't like those movies. So even like Back to the Future 3, I remember when I saw the preview for it, and I'm like, I don't want to watch a Western, like I was being such a little dick about it. So I think that's one of the only things that stopped me. But I do know eventually when we play that movie, it will be fantastic. And I just didn't want it to, I don't know why I was hesitant to watch it, but like it's a Western. I think they dropped the N-word like 10,000 times in it, which is typical with Tarantino. And so I was like, I don't know, but I know the movie's awesome and everybody says it's awesome. So I will watch it. And I like everybody in it. I like Jamie Foxx and I like DiCaprio and all them guys. So, oh shit, that table that Rosa has got looks like it's falling apart and she's trying to fix it. It's a good thing that's not going to stay up, Thunder. She is struggling. Yeah, find the camera. Get off of her. Don't show her struggling with that table. She can't do it. Give me another one. Oh, they're fucking up. Look at Martinez. She's literally asking the ref what's going on. Thunder Rosa fucked up the table. You need to move on to the next spot because I don't know what you guys are trying to do. Okay, she's going to put it in the ring now. Oh, yeah, just bridge it. You can accomplish the same thing. See? Smart. Referee probably rolled outside of the ring and told her that. Just bridge it. Just bridge it on the apron. Okay, so they're going to continue and do the same spot I think here was planned until before Rosa broke the table. Oh, she's going to AA her or driver her? This is way too gnarly to be on picture-in-picture. Okay, now they're going for it. I'm glad but I don't think anybody got seriously hurt on that, but that spot had to be altered because during the commercial break you saw Thunder Rosa was struggling to get the table set up, probably because it's gimmicked and it falls a fucking part. Same thing with WWE. So they bridged it, or they leaned it, I should say, up against the apron, and now Martinez suplexes Rosa off of it, and it broke awkwardly. Everybody seems to be all right. They're tough. Oh, that's good to know. Django Unchained had a lot of modern flavor despite taking place in the past. Well, that's good to know. Well, that's good. And if it had a satisfying ending, I love that because that's the way Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was. And the whole time I'm watching this movie thinking I'm watching just a reenactment of the Sharon Tate murder, and then you get to the end, and those 4 fuckbags that killed her run into Brad Pitt, and he kills all of them instead. I should have given away that if you guys haven't seen it. But it was awesome. So I'm hoping to get that same feeling from Unchained. So next movie on our list, though, Elizabeth has not seen A Time to Kill. And I've been recommending that one to her, so I think we're going to probably watch that. And that one's real good. I saw that in the movies on a date back in like 1996. And that doesn't really have a satisfying ending. At the end of the day, it's all still very sad. But it's a good, a very good movie, and it really touches a lot on race and stuff, and the McConaughey character and the Samuel L. Jackson character. It's all good stuff. Good God, Thunder Rosa. Fuck. Running drop kick to the trash can that was on the head of Martinez. Yellow makes you look faster. When she was running across the ring like that, it was like just this yellow streak. Or in what is it, Pineapple Express? You see under my arms? No hair. Makes me aerodynamic when I fight. I heard the Buddy Matthews stuff too, and it's about time because I would already had him signed. So not sure what's taking so long with him anyway. Yeah, Marcus. With all the movies I haven't seen, I could have a good movie reaction channel. Maybe I'll do that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. Thunder Rosa just took a Gnar German from, I guess, the top rope and just completely folded over. But she's getting in position for Martinez's top rope move, so she's all right. Jesus Christ. That wasn't even a top rope elbow. That was just a top rope forearm to the jaw. Did she stumble off the top rope? Or did she mean to jump a bit? Okay, Thunder Rosa just took 2 hard shots in a row. Look at this. God. And then that elbow, too. Jesus. No, now she's piling up chairs. Boy, Thunder Rosa is tough, tough, tough. Stop the damn match. I'm trying to think who... Marcus, I'm going to look him up here when I have time. There's one movie reaction channel on YouTube I really like, and I'm subscribed to him. I just haven't seen him in months. I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, she got her. I don't know if she hit it great, but that should be the finish. Roll her over and pin her. She's got her. That's ball game. Hits her finish on the chairs. Despite the punishment she took, she wins the match. Man. She is double tough. That's what she is, 40-2. Is that what they just said? Oh, Thunder Rosa's not done. Oh, here he is, Marcus. I like this guy. It's Mr. Video. He's funny as shit, and every now and then I'll watch him. Here's the link to his channel. That's for you. Oh, here comes Britt and company. Good thing she didn't break her Thunder Rosa. No shit. I mean, she is tough as hell to take that suplex the way she did off the ring apron onto that makeshift table, and then the German off the second rope, and then that elbow. Uh-oh. Now what? Finish her. This is great. Finish her. Oh, there they go. Oh, Hayter and Rebel taking out Thunder Rosa at the instruction of John Kreese. That's fantastic. Somebody going to come out and save poor Thunder? Any free agent women out there right now? Athena or Ember Moon or Toni Storm? Can anybody come out here and help? Or are they just going to get revenge with the saran wrap? That's it. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I wonder if maybe Martinez and Thunder Rosa maybe put aside their shit now. Yeah, I think Mercedes might have just moved face there. You could tell. I said that in the promo in the last couple of weeks. I'm like, it doesn't seem like the Martinez thing is going to be long lasting because Britt is dropping little insults every time they interact with each other. So figured that was coming. Oh yeah, Dean, I was very happy when I saw Kreese. Oh, we got a Malachi Black segment here. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Okay, Penta and Pac against House of Black. I never thought of this, but did Mortal Kombat get Finish Him from Karate Kid? Maybe. Finish Him wasn't quite as quotable as Sweep the Leg, but that was Kreese's last line in the movie. Finish him right before Daniel hit the crane kick. So, very dramatic line. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get... So we saw the advertisement for Penta and Pac teaming up next week, but are we going to get a Penta Dark segment or vignette like we got last week? Brody King looks like he'd be the manager of a gluten-free pizzeria. He does, kind of. He does look like a line chef, doesn't he? I'd eat his food. He probably makes delicious fucking pies. I'm not sure about the gluten-free thing, but I'll eat the toppings. He was, maybe I knew that. Jesus, he was in Dancing with the Stars? Man, eliminated first. Yeah, I'd imagine. He is old as hell. All right, we got another 5-minute challenge from Serena Deeb. You know that's going to culminate with somebody debuting. I've never seen any Channing Tatum movie except for This Is the End, when he's like the sex slave to Danny McBride. That's the only thing I've ever seen him in. I've not seen Magic Mike, or isn't that what he's in? I've never seen any of that stuff. So that's all. The only thing I know Channing Tatum from is This Is the End, where he plays himself. I don't know, James. Kreese is a big part of that universe there in Karate Kid, but you got to remember, when did Kreese show up? At the very end of the first season. They were doing fine without him. There was plenty of story to be told there with Daniel and Johnny, I think. But Kreese coming in, of course, sweetened the deal, and it's like, oh shit, it's on now. But if, like, for example, Pat Morita passed away. If Martin Kove was not alive, I think you could do the series without him. He makes it better, no doubt about it. But I don't think it would not survive with him. The Karate Kid story was really antagonist, protagonist, Johnny and Daniel. Kreese and Miyagi were in the background. I think that you could do it without him. But he fucking helps, that's for sure, especially with Terry Silver. Now all the other guys, it's so great that Kreese and Silver and most everybody other than Miyagi is still alive. Because Chosen is going to come. I think Chosen and Terry Silver are going to face off next season. You're probably going to bring Mike Barnes in. So you might even get a triple threat. Johnny, Chosen, Mike Barnes. Winner gets a title shot against Daniel. Who knows? But it's a great series. It's a great series. And it's just phenomenal with its character development. I mean, look at what they've done with Kreese. He went into such an asshole to the next season. You might have some sympathy for him, which blows my mind is even possible. But, oh, yeah, Queen. I'm a racing car, racing by like Eddie Godiva. Yeah, Buddy Murphy. I thought about Murphy and his, because his past association with Malachi would be cool to see him have something to do with them. He's so stupidly good, though. I just hope they find something for him to do, because when you think about Buddy Murphy, he reminds me a lot of Pac. Just really, really, really good shape and great worker, and all the, he's got all the physical tools you would ever need, but does he need something else? Does he need to be maybe with the black stuff? And if you inserted Murphy or Matthews in with Pac and Black and Brody, that could be fun, totally. And I like AEW is not shied away from guys who have pasts with each other, in WWE. Look at what they're doing with Cole and Fish and O'Reilly and stuff. So I think it would be great if Murphy came in and had something to do with Malachi. Here we go, main event time, TNT title. Darby has lost 17 times. Didn't realize he's taken that many L's. I feel like a title change here would be random, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. Darby's already been TNT champion. I feel like with everything going on with Andrade and stuff, that Hardy family office could make an appearance here and maybe even affect the outcome. I don't see Darby taking the title here, but who knows? Match between two guys who beat Cody Rhodes, right? Still got both belts, doesn't he? Do you need to, though? I just feel like it's a tiny bit confusing to the audience, who might not be totally up to speed as to why he has two. I don't even really know why. But I think they need to reduce it or simplify it to one soon. That's my request to AEW. Oh, yeah, Victor. Not only could you say that about Murphy, you could say that about everybody except Roman, pretty much. Oh, okay, yeah. What Roderick's right, Jay Lambo. I think you need to watch the movies because it would be really tough to understand the main series if you didn't know the history between Daniel and Johnny. But again, you're still going to love the series. It's great, but it's really better for people who loved those movies and lived them and kind of like watched them a lot and knew them by heart. Because if you've never seen them before, like my girlfriend really never saw the Karate Kids, but she loves Cobra Kai, but she misses 90% of the references. She doesn't get it because she watched the movies with me, but it's not like she remembers them line by line, unlike me, who's been watching them for 35 years. Karate Kid is my favorite movie of all time. So I can recite it to you right now from the very first scene. So people like us are going to really appreciate the references. And sometimes I've seen references that I know nobody else has, like little tiny ones, so fucking subtle callbacks to the movie that I wish everybody could get. But, you won't if you watch the Karate Kid movies just once each. But that will give you an idea of who these characters are and be able to help you follow the series a lot better. So you still want to watch the movies, but you are going to miss a really big amount of the references with the one-liners and just sometimes just lines of dialogue. Sometimes it's just 3 words said the same way that Miyagi said them, When Daniel gives Johnny the car, when his car gets fucked up and he takes him to the dealership, choose. Just like Miyagi, choose when he gives him the car. Shit like that. It's all over the place. It's peppered throughout the entire series. So it'd be hard to catch everything, but definitely watch the movies. So we got our first collar and elbow here with Sammy and Darby. I think Sammy's got him. I didn't hear the announcements. I think Sammy's got a few pounds on him. Height-wise, they look about equal too. But Sammy should have the power advantage. Think about how good that Cody and Sammy ladder match was. Think about if Sammy and Darby did that. Somebody might die. James, that's a great little reference to the movie. Now, at the end of The Karate Kid, in the final scene, you see, I think it's Tommy, the Cobra Kai guy in the background, get him a body bag, yeah! And he laughs right before Daniel beats Johnny. Well, in season 2 of Cobra Kai, his character dies, and they zip him up in a body bag, which is pretty cool. And then he would go on to die in real life, like a couple months later, which is kind of weird, or spooky. But a little reference like that, the body bag line from the first movie, his character is in Cobra Kai, he dies, and they show the EMTs zipping him up in the bag. It's like, that is so fucking cool. So the creators of the show obviously are big fans of the movie. Jesus, Sammy and Darby. But we can't be talking about Cobra Kai the whole time during this title match here. Now we're going to get a solid match here. I mean, this is going to be, and at the end of this, it's going to wind up being a 15-minute match, which should be plenty of fun. Oh my God. That's new. I've never seen that before. So Sammy was basically press slamming Darby on the top rope and then just dropped him. He hits in the corner and just kind of bounces off. Oh my God. Yikes. That was a great bump for somebody like Darby to take. Just when you think you've seen every move possible, I think I'm in my 4th fucking decade of this shit, and I'm still seeing stuff that I'm like, oh, that's a new one. All right, Sammy's going to guillotine him here or something. This move we've seen a bunch, but... Wow! No, we haven't seen that one either. I'm like, oh, well, this we've seen a bunch. Somebody's draped on the top rope, and then you springboard and leg drop him. Nope, he didn't leg drop him. He swantoned him. Holy shit. And Darby again, because Darby's so light, he just springs right off of these ropes. Hits the floor like a ton of bricks. 2 great spots in a row. Oh, is that Cabana's finisher? What, the buckle thing that he just did? Maybe it is. I'd never seen it before. I haven't seen a ton of Colt's moves. I don't recall him doing that. I thought his finisher was nothing like that, though. Nothing involving the corner, but... Was I talking with you guys about the Batman movies and shit? Like, I don't understand them. Because I don't get how they work. Like, there's so many Batmans. Like, I loved the first one, like the Michael Keaton one and Jack Nicholson. But then after that, there's been so many Batmans. And so I guess I was confused. I was like, is every Batman just its own individual movie and individual story? Or is it supposed to be like a timeline or the same universe? Because we've had a bunch of different Batmans and Val Kilmers and Michael Keatons and Ben Afflecks and all sorts of people. And so I never understood how Batman works. And we've had Joker movies. But I'm like, well, the Joker died in the first one, but then Heath Ledger was a Joker, and then Joaquin Phoenix was a Joker. Which one's the real Joker? When did he die? Did he really die? Why does he keep coming back to life? I don't understand any of that stuff. But you guys know how I feel about superhero movies. I don't get them. I don't get it. Yeah, I figured they have to be different universes with the Batmans because every one is such a crazy different story, and the characters are different, and Batman acts different in different movies. Joker is different. You know, Ledger's version and Phoenix's version are much different than Nicholson's version. But I've never really seen any of them. The only one I ever saw was the first one. And the one that had like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jim Carrey, I always heard bad reviews about, so I never saw that one. Ooh. Big floating moonsault by Sammy, lands on his feet, comes up limping, but I can't tell if he's just selling. Probably just selling. Why do I think of that girl in that Batman? She kind of looked like Halle Berry, but obviously wasn't her. Was Halle Berry a Catwoman? I know Michelle Pfeiffer was. Was Halle Berry a Catwoman too? Okay. Yeah, so I guess, if you appreciate Batman, that's kind of nice in a way, is that you can have like individual movies, just different stories. You don't have to worry about too many callbacks or continuity with the other ones. It's actually probably kind of smart because you can just make these movies forever. That's why it's like if everyone's just different, you can just keep making them. And we have, how many Batman movies have we had now? 30? Ooh, God. It's so weird seeing people like Darby take these bumps when he's just skin and bones. It's like, you got to have some meat on you, man. It's one thing when Mick Foley takes these bumps, but something like Darby, he's not even wearing elbow pads. Like, Darby absolutely must be wearing elbow pads. Oh, so Halle Berry had a whole Catwoman movie. Oh, okay. I mean, how bad can it be? It's Halle Berry. I'll just watch it on mute and I'll be happy. She is stupidly gorgeous. Oh, there you go, Darby. Yeah, I was about to say wishbone him. Yes. You got a tree of woe kind of happening. You got him in the tree of woe there, baby, and you take one foot off and you just pull it down like a wishbone on Saturday night on TBS. But it's Wednesday. I always loved hearing Dusty call the tree of woe. He loved it. One of his favorite moves. That was a good way of doing it. You just lever down on the other leg. Hell yeah. You'll tear something. Oh, my God. The Spanish God with a Spanish fly that did not land totally properly. They both look to not be dead, but I want to see a replay on that. Here we go. Ugh. Yeah, so Sammy's selling the knee, but his landing looked more shoulder to me. But he's kind of telling the story with his knee now, so. Ooh. Ooh. Figure 4 on Sammy. Victor Stone Cold took a stunner from Becky on his show on USA. I actually don't think it's ever been an issue of Stone Cold being cleared. I think he always has been. I think he could have worked a match 10 years ago against CM Punk. I don't think doctors clearing him was the roadblock. I think it was other stuff. So, yeah, I'm sure Austin's got a green light from his doctors to work a very careful, very protected match. Absolutely. I think that's always been the case. He just has chosen not to for whatever reason. Ooh, we got trading bitch slaps here. Psh, psh. No paintbrushing. What are those countries that do the slap contest? Well, we might do them too. I don't know. It's like Americans are pretty dumb, so I can totally see us doing that. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there he is. GTH. Caught by Darby. Scorpion. Oh. Ooh. Sammy kicks out of the Last Supper. My God. Darby should start using the Scorpion. The Deathlock. I like the Last Supper, though, but Deathlock might be fun. Probably put it on better than Sting. Darby's going for his torpedo. Oh! Countered into a cutter on the fucking floor. How many weeks ago was that ladder match that Sammy and Cody had? He's been wrestling at an unbelievable rate. Was that only 2 weeks ago? Or 3 weeks ago, maybe? Yeah. Austin said on his pod, yeah, I never really thought it was any sort of doctor thing. Because I think we would have already heard that. Like during the rumors of the Hogan match or the CM Punk match, we probably would have read on the internet, Austin not cleared. But we never read that. So, yeah, I never really doubted him being able to. It was more of a, does he want to? Is the timing right? Is it the right match to have or whatever? Oh, God, Sammy, what are you going to do? Fucking Guevara, look at his muscles are spazzing. I think he might have knocked the wind out of himself. He swantoned off the top rope onto the apron, but Darby moved and he just flat backed on the apron. And he is breathing hard and his shoulder is moving. Good God. Yeah, I saw his shoulder tweaking. You saw that? It's just a muscle spasm. I get those in my legs sometimes. They'll just start moving. Like a little dent will form and just like my muscle cramping or spasming is weird as hell. Yeah, he's got him in position for coffin drop. That's for sure. Oh, he's going to go for it on Sammy's back. Back to back. Who's this? Oh, Jose. Okay. Sting's out there now. Okay, here comes everybody now. We knew there was going to be some potential. Yep, here comes Andrade. He's on the other side. I saw him. There he is. Oh, and he's got the contract. And he hits Sting, or he hits Darby. And Sammy, of course, doesn't see it. Well, we kind of predicted this right in the beginning of the match. I'm like, I feel like too much is going on with Andrade for Darby to take the title here. They'll play a role in this. And now Sammy will be like, oh, look at there. Darby fell asleep on the top rope. I think I'll take advantage of this. Oh, he's got an iPad. I thought he had the contract with him. Yep, Sammy's like, well, got to do what you got to do. It's still a title match here. Oh, and he's in perfect GTS position, or GTH. Now put Darby away. This ought to do it. Ooh, God, he hit that so good. And Sammy wins. See what happened when you work for Stink. You should work for me. Oh, here comes Hardy. Sauntering down. And he's going to go after Darby. What a bitch. Come on, Matt. Yeah, he did bend that iPad, didn't he? It sucks. Ugh. The iPad. Things are expensive. My restaurant, our wine list is iPads. We use iPads, and they're expensive. We had to buy about 50 of them. And what's great about those is they're digital, so when we're out of something, I can just take it off the list, you know? So you never have to tell anybody, oh, we don't have this tonight, which can happen when you have a big wine list. Fucking expensive, man. And he's taking both belts, you piece of shit. All right, so much like Martinez and Rosa, I think Darby and Sammy might have an appreciation for each other after this match. And so what are they going to... Are they going to steal the titles, and then we're going to have to make 2 new titles to replace the 2 they stole, and then have a big match, and when Sammy wins, he's going to win. He's going to wear all 4 titles? Yikes. Cheap shot, Matt. Next Wednesday, House of Black versus Penta and Pac. Next week will be fun. All right. Cool. Dynamite's in the books. I thought it was a good show. I think last week was a little better. Let's predict a rating for this. I'm going to go 980,000 is what I'm going to predict. I think they're going to go just under 1 million. Still thought the TNT title match main event was great. Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez tore the house down. I love that Punk has selected a dog collar match tying in the Portland Piper comments of MJF from a couple of weeks ago. And Punk says that he wants to be MJF's Valentine, and that's fucking great. Or he wants MJF to be his Valentine, excuse me. So that's awesome. I thought tonight was pretty good. So, yeah, fun stuff. In terms of what I got on the channel here this week, I'm going to be back, I think Friday is the plan. Friday for Elimination Chamber predictions. And then I was not originally going to be here Saturday for a chamber review. I'm probably still not going to be, but there might be a change of plans with that too. So just stay subscribed, stay updated. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on your way out the door, and go over to Twitter and shoot me a follow at Good Mic Work, because I'll keep you guys updated over there as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday night. I'll have a link up for Elimination Chamber predictions here in the next several hours, so keep a lookout for that, and I'll try to figure out what best time there is to schedule that for, either tomorrow, but most likely Friday. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much, and I will catch you